this all over again, you tune into YouTube. We're live on YouTube, we're live on Instagram. Hello from Brazil. I will chit chat with you guys, my beautiful viewers, after I finish what I'm doing here and put YouTube off. So we're gonna make Osso Buco tonight. It's one of my kids' favorite meals. And I'm ready to go forward with this. As you all know, I love my pressure cooker, so I have everything ready. I have my chopped onions, I have my garlic cloves ready to go, and I have 6 lamb shanks, like so. Okay, whee! And they're slippery because they've been marinating with onion and garlic and olive oil, lemon, salt in my Ziploc bag. Here it is. It's all been marinating in my Ziploc bag with rosemary, and this is how I will cook it in my pressure cooker. So we're gonna start with all the onions. Let me move these garlics. How are you guys doing? Hope everyone's having a great Monday afternoon or Monday late evening, or, well, let's see. Put this baby here. What the hell, we'll put it back and then I'll take it off. So we're adding the chopped onions. Red onions is what I always cook with. Now you could use, thank you, you could use your marinated stuff out of the bag. I just don't. I just kind of feel like they've already given all that they can. There's no need to use them. So you pour the onions in. I'm trying to see where YouTube has a better view. All the onions are in, and we're gonna add salt to the onions. I will move YouTube also so they can have a better view as well. Okay, we're doing this, people. It's gonna happen at some point. The problem is this water is so high. Okay, there we go. Okay. That was easy, a little scary. Let me get all of this going. Turn on the heat. All the onions are in. Okay. No more, you're gonna throw up. Put it down and walk away. Put it down and walk away. Thank you. Now go. Okay. Avocado oil with the onions, a good amount. This is all gonna, this is all gonna go in together and be cooked happy. It's super simple. I have my water boiling meantime for my spaghetti zucchini, all right? So I will show you guys that after I set this up, because that's gonna literally take a second before I can, the minute I pour the zucchini in there, I gotta take it out. So you want boiling water for that. Meanwhile, the onions are gonna kind of just get a little saute on them. I will pop the garlic in as whole. You can cut it, you can slice it. I'm just putting it in. And then I have, gracias, quiero poner aquí, thank you. Yo pienso quiero un poquito más. All right, guys. And then I will add all of my marinated shanks in here. Look at all the lemon that's in there. This smells so good. It smells so good. There's garlic chunks that are already in here that are going into my pressure cooker. And the rosemary went in. You guys see that? So that's more rosemary I'm putting in there. No, todo basura. Solo de rosas bien, le quito y pone 5 and the 6th one. You could, again, if you really, really want to, add the marinade. I don't, because I feel like it's just, as a matter of fact, I say don't. More rosemary. Just toss this. This has been used up. We don't keep it, we don't save it. All right. So the lamb is in there. You don't need to sear it. You could if you want to. You don't need to. I'm kind of pressed for time, so I want to actually just close this up and be done with it. Meanwhile, what I will add to my lamb in terms of spices is, turmeric. Now, one of you guys wrote me how happy you are you're starting using turmeric. Turmeric is good for so many things, mainly inflammation. It's such a good herb to use with. And I want to tell you guys, the paprika I use is real Hungarian organic paprika. My beautiful sister-in-law is from Hungary, and she brings me good Hungarian paprika. That's also very good for you. So I put 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of turmeric. And I love cooking with cinnamon. I think cinnamon and red meat are just such a good combination. If you don't want to, don't put it. That was half a teaspoon. Oh, entrada de 4 Giselle, muy malo, mortal de rosas. Yeah. And cheers, don't forget it's rosé time here. I exercised today, I deserve it. I deserve it every day though. This is done. I will add some salt now to my lamb. 2 teaspoons of salt. And then for the pressure cooker, I'm going to add hot water. I don't add any broth to this. You could if you want to. You really don't need to. The lamb shank is going to give it enough flavor. Okay, I think a little bit more of water. Poquito más, por favor. Okay, and then I will show you guys, meanwhile, what I'm going to do. Let me grab my tissue. What I have going on with this water for the zucchini. This, I'm going to add more water to the lamb and then close it up. ¿Dónde yo pone de tapa para este? Yo la guardé. ¿Tú tienes? Oh, por favor, yeah. Okay, so here's the rule of thumb with these pressure cookers. You give it enough water that covers your meat or chicken or vegetable. You don't want to give it too much water. You don't want to give it too little water, because then it'll take time. Poquito más, yo quiero media más. Thank you. And then, no, este de chiquito, de otro tapa. And then you're gonna close it, and the minute you hear the pressure cooker make this whistling sound, from that point you give it 20 minutes if it's beans you're cooking, half an hour if it's chicken you're cooking. I like to leave my meat in there a good 45 minutes, up to an hour, depending on how many I have. But I always, gracias. I always check it after 45 minutes. And then I kind of know how much more time it needs. Now check out, I don't want my sweater to burn. I don't want to catch on fire is what I don't want to happen. So if I put my tongs in here to the top of the meat, there's about an inch of water above the meat, the highest point. That's it, that's done. Now I will close this up, and I'm going to have the temperature on high so it starts whistling. And once it starts whistling, I turn it on medium, turn it down to medium, and just let it cook. So let's see. I broke my pressure cooker. It fell out of my hand. Oh, great. Someone's calling us. And guess what? It's a sales call. I'm willing to bet millions of dollars on it. Lock this up and put it on pressure, just like that. That means that it'll whistle and it'll release some pressure and it'll keep the other amount that it needs in to speed up the cooking process. Here we go. So now let's get on to our zucchini. And you know what I'll do? Because this is gonna be loud in my ear, I will move it to the rear. Here we go. So you guys, it's not in our face. Now when I make lamb, the house smells so good. The kids love it. They come home and they go, ooh, mommy, what did you make? And this pot is hot. All right, turn this off. Put this back on. That way you will all see what's happening here. There we go. Here's this. Giselle has math tutor, and it's not working out really well right now. Let me tell you guys. She's hating it. And I'm trying to figure out where to put my YouTube stick. So everybody sees. There we go. Voila. Boy, I love you guys for kind of putting up with my setup, because real kitchen, right? This is not a studio. I don't have a production team, camera people. I will put 1 tablespoon of salt in this water. This is where I'm going to blanch. That means shock it. Just pop your zucchini in here, and the minute you'll see, the minute I add it, I will take it out and dump it into my, here we go, get the water out. Giselle, focus. There we go. Whew, my finger's burning. I add it all in there, and I'm just gonna blanch this. You have to do this with your zucchini spaghetti. You need to. It kind of flash cooks it just so you can serve it and it won't give off excess water once you're using it as your pasta. Or in this case, you know, this will be like pasta, but it's my vegetables. Kids love this. The minute you start seeing the bubbles come around, that's it, it's done. Pop it out, get the water out. It's just coming on. Tiene de este jara. No otro este, por favor. You see the bubbles coming all around the edges? It's almost there, it's on high. And I'm trying to manage my lamb shank, Osso Buco. It's coming on. This is the same process as if you're making cauliflower rice, you know. You cook it a little bit. This big chunk doesn't really need to be in there. And then you take it out and you squeeze the water out. This is the same process. There are the bubbles right here. There's a lot of bubbles there coming on. And here it's coming around. And if I stick my head forward, kind of maneuver my pot a little, there it is, it's everywhere. Voila, it's done. I think that was 60 seconds. I will toss this out and come right back. Señora? That's it. So what you do, no más. So what you do is you drain it, right? And then I rinse it with cold water. That way you stop the cooking process. And this will go into my mushroom sauce that I will make right now for you guys. I'm going to, and that's really simple. This will set aside and it'll just chill, and I will show you guys. See, it's perfectly cooked. It's still crunchy. I'm gonna set this aside. And then we are going to saute. I will saute the mushrooms. Ooh, this flour is terrible. Okay, voila. We're gonna get the mushrooms in there. A little bit of avocado oil. You guys know the routine already. I only cook with avocado oil. I season with olive oil. And you hear my whistling going on for the pressure cooker. That means exactly 40 minutes from now, we'll say 40 minutes or 45 minutes, it's ready to be popped open and checked out. All right, so mushrooms are going to go in for our mushroom sauce. I have to keep an eye out on 2 cameras, Instagram and YouTube. So here we go. There we go. And then some salt. Not too much. The salt helps the moisture in the vegetables escape, or the vegetables will release their moisture much faster with the salt. So we're going to salt this up and we're going to let it sit. I don't want to keep tossing it. You don't need to keep tossing it. Cheers. Happy Monday night. How are you guys been doing? Hope everyone is well. I'm going to cook this down, and then once this is cooked, this is going to be a part of our Osso Buco sauce. And I will add this to that and bring it all together. I'll show you guys later. But this is going to cook down, and I will come back on YouTube and show you how to put the sauce together. If you guys are new, hit subscribe, and that way you get notified when I go on, and also hit the bell and you will get a notification when I'm coming on with a new recipe. Now stay tuned. I'll be back to show you guys how to put all of this together.